History is full of firsts.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Many of those firsts shaped our way of life. For 70 years, KPRC Channel 2 has been proud to be pioneers in shaping television and Houston history.
In a state the size of Texas, I hope everyone can enjoy.
Causing the storms Thursday.
Minutes before 9 o'clock, the crew's here telling her.
This is the first time in a long they haven't let it. Send us some of your pictures.
Isn't it good to work for a place that has a sense of history? And indeed it is.
See, taking the president from Spring to College Station, fellas.
If you have something you'd like Channel 2 Investigates to check out, call the tip line at 713-223-TIPS or email investigates@click2houston.com. History is full of firsts.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Many of those firsts shaped our way of life. For 70 years, KPRC Channel 2 has been proud to be pioneers in shaping television and Houston history.
In a state the size of Texas, I hope everyone can enjoy.
Causing the storms Thursday.
Minutes before 9 o'clock, the crew's here telling her.
This is the first time in a long they haven't let it.
As my friend.
Channel 2 News begins right now with breaking news.
That breaking news is out of Northeast Houston. A truck flipped on the 610 North Loop westbound near McCarty Street. Sky 2 flew over the scene about 30 minutes ago. All main lanes are shut down as crews work to clear the roadway. And here is another look at the scene courtesy of Houston TransStar. We don't know yet what caused this crash, but police say there are no reports of serious injuries, but you can expect major delays in this area. And now to the explosion in the Spring Branch area. It's been 1 week since that blast that killed two workers and damaged hundreds of homes and structures.
Yeah, today federal investigators talked about what they discovered while looking into the explosion and what they believed caused it. Channel 2's Sally Mamdou is joining us live in Northwest Houston where this all happened. Sally?
ATF officials say that this investigation was about determining whether a criminal act has been committed here at this blast site. It's also, some of the findings here also found that there was a leak hours before that explosion. The ATF has wrapped up its investigation a week following the powerful Watson grinding and manufacturing facility explosion that killed two people and displaced hundreds of Spring Branch area residents.
At this point in the investigation, we have no indication that would lead us to believe that this was a traditional criminal act. And what I mean by traditional criminal act is no indication it was an arson, no indication it was sabotage, or no indication it was vandalism.
Lead ATF agent Fred Milanowski says their investigation also determined that there was a propylene leak from the facility's tank 24 hours prior to the explosion.
We know by looking at normal daily use, it's about 6 or 7% of that tank would be used in normal operations. But in that 24-hour period between early Thursday morning, early Friday morning, 29% of that tank was used.
Investigators say the source of the ignition was arcing within the electric system of the building. Mlynowski describing the scene as one of the most devastating explosions he's ever investigated.
If you think about a natural gas explosion in a house and what that causes to a neighborhood, you know, this is probably 10 or 20 times as large as that. So it was definitely a significant explosion.
And just a few hours after this press conference, the two lawyers representing the victims' families in the wrongful death lawsuit just added to their lawsuit two more companies. Those companies are Western International Gas, Cylinders Inc., and Matheson Trigas Inc. These lawyers allege that those companies were negligent in relation to their maintenance, supply, and monitoring of the propylene equipment at Watson Grinding's facility in Houston, where that explosion took place. Now, coming up at 5, right behind that facility, we know that there are several Spring Branch area residents that are still in limbo. And coming up at 5, we'll talk to one of them. We're live in Northwest Houston. Sally Mamdou, KPRC, Channel 2 News.
We'll look for your report then, Sally. Thank you. A man accused of shooting and killing an 8-year-old girl in Fort Bend County is now on trial. We've been following this case since 2017. Jacoby Payton's trial in the death of Damari Atkins got underway today. Channel 2's Andy Sirota is live in Richmond with what's happening in the trial. Andy.
Keith, good afternoon. Jacoby Payton charged with murder in this case. Testimony has wrapped for the afternoon, but prosecutors spent much of the afternoon presenting their case to the jury. They heard from witnesses, including crime scene officers, 2 911 dispatchers, and the mother of Damari Atkins, Latoya Thomas. Latoya Thomas lifted up in prayer during a break in her testimony in the case against Jacoby Payton, the man accused of killing her 8-year-old daughter, Damari Atkins, recounting for the jury what she remembers about those early morning hours nearly 3 years ago, taking a toll on Thomas. Payton, who was 19 at the time, is accused of shooting and killing Atkins while in the back seat of her mother's car after a crash on Fuquay and the Beltway.
Have you ever wondered what it sounds like when your world is ending?
Prosecutors using their opening statements to not only lay out their case against Payton, but to remind jurors of the pain and anguish they say he caused the morning the little girl was senselessly killed.
We would hope that she had no idea of the evil in the world around her.
We do, Your Honor, if it pleases the court. In his opening statements, defense attorney James Rivera told jurors the need to pin this horrific crime on someone overshadows what he believes the evidence shows with respect to gunshot residue, the placement of the bullet casings, and the alignment of the vehicles involved.
And as he sits here today, he's an innocent man, and he's an innocent man in this case.
Prosecutors tell me this afternoon they plan on calling witnesses all next week, so it's unclear when they will wrap their case. Of course, once they do, Payton's defense team will then present its case to the jury. Testimony resumes Monday morning at 9 a.m. Live in Richmond, Andy Sirota, KPRC Channel 2 News.
Andy, thank you. Now to a developing story about a 3-year-old child hospitalized at Memorial Hermann after being taken to a medical facility in Northwest Harris County with severe injuries. We're getting our first look at the child's uncle, Melvin Omar Morales Gomez, who was arrested in connection to this case. A helicopter rushed the child to the medical center yesterday. At last check, the toddler is still alive, but Harris County Sheriff Ed Gonzalez says the prognosis is grim. The sheriff's office is investigating what led to the child's injuries.
Now to the growing concerns about the coronavirus. U.S. health officials now declaring it a public health emergency. Just about 30 minutes ago, we learned flights from China will go to 7 U.S. airports starting on Sunday. Houston airports did not make that list. Also, U.S. health officials have issued a quarantine order for all 195 American evacuees from China for 2 weeks. Those announcements come as Delta Airlines and American Airlines say they are all suspending flights between the U.S. and China. United says it's suspending flights to Beijing, Chengdu, and Shanghai beginning February 6th. Meanwhile, the number of possible cases of coronavirus in the U.S. continues to grow. The CDC says it has so far tested samples from 241 people from 36 states. Among those, 114 have been negative and 6 have been positive. Concerns about the virus also affecting Wall Street. The Dow closed down more than 600 points on fears that coronavirus will affect the global economy. Oil prices also saw a slight drop, down 1% today. According to the CDC, there are no confirmed cases of the virus in Texas. Congressman Al Green emphasized that point while visiting Chinatown in southwest Houston. He stopped by the shopping center on Bel Air this morning. Rumors that an employee at the store had come down with the coronavirus made the rounds on social media and hurt the business. Congressman Green says that there is no reason to be afraid and avoid any business in that area.
This is a time for us to deal with facts and not fear. The facts are that the business is open, no confirmed cases, and people who are found to spread these malicious rumors may be prosecuted.
The Houston Health Department says there are no confirmed cases of the virus in the city.
New developments about the accused gunman in the Bel Air High School shooting. A judge decided the 16-year-old will stay in jail. 19-year-old Cesar Cortez was killed while in a JROTC building. The judge declared the suspect is a danger to himself and others. There will be another hearing in 2 weeks to re-evaluate the case to see if the accused shooter can be released to the custody of his mother.
A major traffic alert for anyone traveling in the Galleria area this weekend and every weekend until the end of the month.
Yeah, all 610 West Loop northbound and southbound lanes at I-69 will be closed. Right now, traffic flowing in that area at this point. As you can see, you're getting a live look at the area, which will be shut down at 9 o'clock tonight. It will be closed until Monday at 5 a.m. And this will be the schedule for the next couple of weeks. The roads are being shut down so construction crews can hang bridge beams for a new connector ramp.
So if you need to get around, here are a few alternate routes that you can take. If you're going northbound on 610, you'll have to detour to the feeder lane. If you're going southbound on 610, you can exit at the Southwest Freeway to get around the closure. We have everything that you need to know about the closure right now on our website, clicktohouston.com. There you'll also find more details on how to get around it, because you most certainly will not want to get stuck in it.
No. Okay, the weather always important, but it's the weekend, so it's even more important.
It is the weekend. Yeah. Yes, the party's about to begin, right, Frank? We're hoping the sunshine returns as well.
Finally, you know, it's still cloudy out there, but we're seeing more and more breaks. A little sunshine has broken through. Temperatures on the coolish side, but that's going to be changing. Right now, 59 at Houston, 54 in Tomball. Pearland has made it to 61, and that system that moved through the Gulf did exactly what we said it was going to do. You can see all the rain moved on into Florida and really missed us. You may have seen a sprinkle overnight, but that was about it. Right now, the clouds are trying to break up. I'm going to enhance this, and you can really get a sense of how that area is not only shrinking, but look at all those holes getting punched in there, and also the thickness of the clouds is also beginning to diminish. So all in all, good stuff for us. In the meantime, it's going to continue to clear out as we go into this evening. It'll be a little on the cool side, so as you head out for date night, grab a jacket. The sun returns big time this weekend, and a nice warm-up to tell you about straight ahead in weather.
All right, Frank, thank you. You know, we're always working towards the weekend, right? But this week, I think we were hoping it would slow down just a little bit.
Last a little bit longer.
Yeah, it's an emotional day for all of us here at KPRC. We're saying final farewells to our own Bill Baeza.
Yeah, he's been on this anchor desk and out in the field for KPRC for the last 39 years, in the industry for nearly 50 years. And today we are wishing him a happy retirement. Our colleagues here at the station, as well as Bill's family and closest friends, that gathered this afternoon for a luncheon in his honor. The event was filled with laughter and a look back at his amazing work over the years. There was even a surprise for our beloved anchor. We're going to show you the special gift he was given in our newscast at 5.
Yeah, we know many of you will also miss Bill, ourselves included. So our click to vote question today, we have to ask, should we cancel Bill's retirement? Just cancel it altogether. Vote now at clicktohouston.com/click-to-vote. We'll have the final results coming up next hour, and I think I know what the answer will be, but we'd still love to have you vote.
We're going to make this day last as long as we can.
Stretch. Yes.
All right, Texan star J.J. Watt gets ready for the bright lights of SNL.
Yeah, coming up, a look ahead to him hosting the show, which you can watch right here on KPRC Channel 2.
And a prison break is caught on camera. The help police say these inmates got in order to escape.
You're watching Channel 2, Houston's home for news.
3 prisoners wanted by the United States for their links to drug trafficking have busted out of a Mexico City penitentiary. The bold escape was all caught on camera. Mexican authorities said the prisoners broke out Wednesday morning, possibly with the help of prison staff. Security footage shows individuals believed to be the escaped inmates getting into a prison vehicle and driving out of the jail. 10 prison staff members are being investigated for their possible involvement.
This week on Houston Newsmakers with Cambrell Marshall, a first for Rice University in Black history when Dr. Reginald DeRoche will be installed in July as its first Black provost.
that for many of us, there always will be first. And so it's just part of what we do and part of where we are as a society. But the reality is I need to do a good job. The bottom line is I want to be the best provost, not the first black provost.
From Haiti to Rice Provost, his path to success on Houston Newsmakers Sunday morning at 10:30.
Okay, we want a path to a really good sunny weekend if we can get one.
Please.
I got you covered.
Perfect,
Okay.
perfect.
I've absolutely got you covered on that. It's going to be nice. So, in fact, the sun is going to, I think, set beautifully for Bill's retirement day.
Good.
Yeah, he'll be here at 5, 6, and 10.
Yes, he will be. Yes, going out in style.
So my blog is a frank farewell to my buddy Bill.
I love it.
Yeah, click to Houston.com/weather. Some personal pictures that I included on that.
Love it.
Tribute. So if you haven't had a chance to get there and read that, it's had a lot of nice response. No surprise there, right? This was some fog this morning in Huntsville. That's getting out of here as that system moves on through. Moderate tree pollen today, so not too bad as we head into the weekend. Nothing for ragweed or grass and mold spores in the low range. Trying to get that sun here. Here's that triangle energy camera of downtown. At least we can see downtown. That's good. 59. North-northwest winds at 9 miles an hour. Still generally mostly cloudy. Galveston right now the same. It's going to break out pretty nicely there as well. 59 degrees, north-northeast winds at 9 miles an hour. All right, sunny and cool for the weekend. It's going to be super duper. 62 and 70 for highs on Saturday and Sunday. Lows in the 50s. Galveston restaurant weeks continues. That's the big plus here. Is it going to go right on through, I think, February 9th. So get down there and enjoy some good eating on the island. In the meantime, right now, temperatures are mostly in the 50s. 61 Pearland and Angleton, mid-50s Tomball and Bush, 54, 56. Dew points are way down there from the 50s down to the low 40s. So that's good news. It's drying out, and that's going to continue to help erode that cloud cover along with this nice north wind, 7-6, 14 miles an hour. But with the north wind, it's going to be on the chilly side as we head into this evening, right there in the mid-50s. So grab a jacket. We will slowly get right through the 40s to overnight lows, even in, especially with the clear skies, up to the north in the 30s. So 38, 39 degrees Huntsville, Cleveland, 42 at Bush, 43 downtown, generally 42 to maybe 44 for overnight lows, but a few 30s, especially north and west. I'd watch for that. But highs tomorrow recover nicely, 68 to 70 across the area. This little system's not going to do anything. It's going to continue to stay well south of us. So this high is moving across. That returns this southerly flow. We're in the 70s by Sunday, right on into Monday and Tuesday. But our next front starts to make its way in our direction. So it's warm, but it clouds up. We get some rain chances as we go into next week. And then Wednesday, National Weather Person's Day, cold front comes through. This could be a severe weather maker for folks here in the southeastern United States, which also is where we will look for some of the heaviest rain. This is our Monday rain, not much. As we get into Tuesday, a little more, and then by Wednesday, we add a little bit of that. You can see this is where the real bullseye is for some severe weather. But for us, anywhere between a half an inch and an inch of rain is a possibility. We need the rain. As I showed you yesterday, the drought monitor has us anywhere between abnormally dry and moderate to even severe drought out there. So keep your fingers crossed for next week. It's not going to happen this weekend. Here's your forecast, 66 and 74. Look at that warm up. Super Bowl Sunday is going to be super. Groundhog Day. I think he's going to see his shadow here, but that's not the problem, right? Up in Punxsutawney, he will not see it. So should be all good there. Monday, Tuesday, 20-40% chance of rain. Wednesday, 70%. And look at the cool down from the 70s to the 60s and even 30s for overnight lows next Thursday. And then we try to warm it up again as we go into the next weekend, Saturday and Sunday. So getting there slowly but surely, right?
The weekend's looking fabulous.
Weekend is going to be super duper.
Okay, all right.
Enjoy it.
We love it. Look forward to it. Thank you, sir.
Yep.
All right, we are honoring the career of KPRC anchor Bill Baeza on this last day before retirement. Last night, family, friends, and colleagues, past and present, held a dinner in Bill's honor. And at that dinner, Mayor Sylvester Turner proclaimed today Bill Baeza Day in the city of Houston. We will have more on Bill's farewell throughout the day.
We are keeping an eye on the impeachment trial against President Donald Trump as you take a live look at the Senate chamber. Senators said to be discussing the future of the trial, including the possibility of continuing proceedings into next week. We will keep you up to date with any new developments in this.
Well, all the attention has been on the novel coronavirus outbreak. New data shows that the flu still remains a bigger threat here in the U.S.
According to the CDC, the flu is now widespread in every state except for Hawaii and Washington, D.C. So far this season, there have been at at least 19 million cases of the flu and over 180,000 hospitalizations. At least 10,000 people have died, including 68 children.
According to a new study, horseback riding could benefit children with brain disorders like autism and ADHD. The study looked at 25 children who participated in a program that included introductory horseback riding along with brain-building activities. After 8 weeks, they showed improvements in motor skills, behavior, and academic performance. They also were more positive, focused, and calm both in and outside of the program.
Thieves are coming up with new ways to steal your hard-earned money. Now the FBI has a warning about new threats to your personal and credit card information. How to protect yourself coming up. Later this evening, we'll learn who will win a rare keepsake from Bill. Bill is giving away 2 handmade wood keepsakes.
What do you say about a guy whose life, whose career is built upon service? Service to the country, service to the First Amendment, service to this great city of Houston. And Bill's story is one I will always remember and take with me, and it's one that inspires me. Congratulations, Bill, on an amazing career. It's certainly newsworthy, and I'm grateful to have known you, boss.
Yeah, he certainly has touched so many here. Later on tonight, we're going to learn who will win a rare keepsake from Bill. Bill is giving away 2 handmade wood keepsake boxes from his workshop. 2 winners will be announced in our newscast at 6 o'clock, so stay tuned for that.
Yeah, I've gotten a box from him before. He makes good stuff.
Yeah, beautiful.
Good work, yeah,
oh, without a doubt, yeah.
All right, the FBI is warning of new online threats to personal and credit card information.
Yeah, skimmers have gone high-tech with e-skimmers. According to the FBI, cyber criminals can break into a web server directly or break into a common server that supports many online shopping websites to compromise them all, stealing your credit card information. To avoid becoming a victim, experts say you should never save your credit card numbers on sites and never ever use your debit card online.
All right, Apple has rolled out a redesigned version of its maps. Apple says it is faster with more accurate navigation and comprehensive views of roads, buildings, parks, airports, malls, and much more. The maps of airports and malls even go inside so you can find individual stores. Apple says the new version will roll out across Europe in the coming months. No word on when it will be available in the U.S., but I could have used it a couple of months ago. I told you I got lost in a local mall during the
yes.
during the shopping season, the holiday season. So,
he got lost in a shopping mall.
That'll be on my list next year. All right, a new patch may help people who are struggling to give up meat.
Yeah, still ahead, how it works to help people fight their meat cravings.
And a wild beatdown caught on camera on the Las Vegas Strip coming up. Why a woman in a Minnie Mouse costume attacked a security guard.
No.